Okay, here we go. Professor Maple here, bringing you hopefully interesting, semi-relevant discussion on a semi-wide array of topics. Here we go. Segment 1 of our podcast, the Pokemon segment. Today we will be discussing Pokemon Sun and Moon. We were supposed to have a guest in today, but sadly they could not make it due to me doing this podcast at a time in which they could literally not be over, because I was bored and wanted to make the podcast at this moment. So, sorry about that. You can be on next episode, definitely. Also, they're out of town, so. Okay, for this first Sun and Moon discussion, we will be discussing Sun and Moon, naturally. So, okay, here we go. The first topic we will be discussing in this podcast is new favorite Pokemon that have been added in Sun and Moon. Sun and Moon did add a lot of new Pokemon to the mix, ranging from the adorable little Litten to, let's see, what's another good Pokemon? The stunningly awesome type Null. I mean, come on, that thing's like an awesome Chimera mangled scrap metal horse thing. I mean, seriously, it is awesome. Just a second, bear with me here, configuring an audio setting, and there we go. So, awesome. So, as my starter for Sun and Moon, I chose Rowlet, the little grass owl. You know him, I'm assuming you do, if you've ever looked at a picture of Sun and Moon. So, yeah, little cute owl. He is surprisingly one of the few starters to be dual-typed at his first stage, with a awesome grass flying. He then evolves into Dartrix, keeping the grass flying, and then to Decidueye, switching over to a astonishing Grass Ghost, a fairly uncommon typing. And now I know they don't have the best stats of the starter Pokemon, and competitively they're not the best option, but I really like that little Rowlet, and Decidueye is freaking awesome. I mean, he's a Ghost Robin Hood owl. Who doesn't like a Ghost Robin Hood owl? So, not sure what to talk about first. Stats, stuff on new Pokemon, so I think I'll discuss the other starters next. So, the other starters are Litten and Popplio. Both are great choices for starters if you're thinking about playing Sun or Moon yourself. They evolve into, Litten evolves into Torcat and then Incineroar, becoming a Fire-Dark type in his last stage, looking like a wrestler, which I don't personally like, but everyone can like what they like. They can have whichever Pokemon they like, and that's perfectly fine by me. So, Popplio becomes Brionne and then Primarina, which becomes a Water Fairy type. It appears to be a combination between a seal and a mermaid in its final form, so interesting. I like it. That's my probably second choice for starter, but, yeah, you know. So, next up in the Pokedex, not going to run through the entire thing, just talking about some of the highlights. We've got the Pick-a-Peck line, becoming eventually the mighty Toucanon. I've got one of these on my team, and it is awesome. It's been with me pretty much since Route 1, normal flying types, goes from Woodpecker to Toucanon. Well, Toucan, yeah. Let's see, we've got the Young Goose line, which is terrifying, and its evolved form happens to look very much like our new president-elect, Donald Trump, or if you're listening to this in the future, president or ex-president. So, decent guy, I mean, I guess. Anyway, skating over that, no political issues here, well, not in this segment at least. Let's see, he is a normal type. And just a second, just got a text message from my friend. Just a second, let me reply to this. Sorry about this, guys. Wait, how about I just, put this on pause and edit this crap out? Okay. Okay, back to Pokemon. So, we've got the Grubbin line, Bug Electric line. We've got the Crabrawlers, Cutiefly, Rockruff. He's considered by most the fourth starter, you know, Little cute dog, rock type, based off lead, according to some people. I believe he is based off of the chemical element of lead. But what's really cool about him is his evolutions. He has a split evolution between day and night. And as you might know, in sun, it's most often daytime, but in moon, the clock's inverted, so when you're playing in daytime, it's nighttime. So it's much easier to get his midnight form in moon, and much easier to get his midday form in sun. Now, they're both called Lycanroc, but they're very different. The midday form looks much more like an actual evolution of Rockruff, following the same color scheme and bipedal pattern, with more spikes and, obviously, an awesome signature move, Accelerock. Midnight form, however, I find a bit lacking, truthfully, both competitively and design-wise. I mean, he's cool. He's a red werewolf-looking thing with evil red eyes. I chose Moon, so I'm kind of disappointed with that, but I love the game anyway, so he doesn't have a signature move, so that's kind of sad, but he's kind of cool, I guess. So, let's see, on to another Pokemon with a new form, Wishy-Washy. He starts out in solo form until he reaches level 20, and then which he becomes school form when he starts the battle, but then transforms back into solo form after his hit points are depleted somewhat. At least I think. Maybe it's the other way around. Then we have Dewpider, who I think is super cool looking. So is his evolution. The Salandit line is awesome, but it's insanely hard to get his evolution Salazzle. Because, I mean, they are generally male, and you need female to evolve it, so track that. So, sorry, pardon my language. He is a poison fire type. Oh yeah, types. Let me go back to this. So, like the Rockruffs are rock type, Wishy-Washy's water type, Dewpider's water bug, so is his evolution. Awesome. Okay, so back to this. Let's see, we've got some of my personal new favorite Pokemon, Oranguru and Passamon. Oranguru being exclusive to Moon, and one of the reasons I picked it, and Passamon being exclusive to Sun. Oranguru is based off, as you could maybe guess, orangutans, being one of the first Pokemon to have ever been reported as using a Pokeball to capture other Pokemon. It is actually kind of creepy. It's known as the Forest Dweller, I think, Pokemon, something like that. But his alternative is Passamon, who's based off of, I think, a rugby player, judging on his, everything. They're both monkeys, but they're different kinds of monkeys, and, obviously very different oriented. Let's see, here we go. Type Null and Silvally. Type Null is going to be very important in the storyline, as is Silvally to a somewhat lesser extent. Type Null evolves into Silvally, and when he's at max friendship. The idea behind it being Type Null's mask breaking off and revealing what's underneath. Silvally's ability is quite unique, with very few other Pokemon having anything like it. Its ability, Arceus System. Yeah, did you get it? Arceus System. It's obvious. I mean, this thing was made to kill Arceus, or at least fight it. That's obviously what it was made for, so, yeah. Well, at least it was based off Arceus, at least. That's what I think. That's what I think, yeah. Okay, so, anyway, but it changes its type based on whichever memory disk it holds, making it an insanely versatile Pokemon with a completely base stat spread of 95 all the way across, which is pretty close to a legendary Space 100 all the way across. It's probably one of the closest things that isn't a legendary in this game. Let's see, then we've got the ever-elusive Komala. I mean, heck, I've never seen one of these. I thought at first, when I played through the game, that it was a fake rumor. Because, I never saw one, so I was like, oh, what happened to that koala? Oh, I bet it was just a fake rumor. And now, we're coming up on one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. Well, two of my favorite, actually, right in a row. Togedemaru, the round little ball Pokemon. He's so darn cute. Why is he so cute? Why is he so cute? I want to pet him and hold him. He's a little ball of electric steel cuteness. He is like the best Pikachu in the world. Speaking of best Pikachus in the world, we're coming up now on Mimikyu, the bag Pikachu. it looks like a little lump with a bag put over it. A bag in which a Pikachu face is drawn with Pikachu ears and a little wooden Pikachu tail. It is obviously pretending to be a Pikachu, or at least wants to have, the love and flame that Pikachu has. It's a ghost fairy type, and its backstory is rather sad. I mean, it's a Pokemon that just wanted to be loved and decided to dress up like a Pikachu so it could maybe be loved. I mean, I want to hug it too. Let's see, we're coming up on the pseudo-legends here. Jangmo-o, Hakmo, and Komo-o, the dragon fighting line. I mean, Jangmo isn't dragon fighting, he's just pure dragon, but Hakmo and Komo-o are both dragon fighting. I personally found them kind of interesting, but never really grew too much on me, like past pseudo-legends like Garchomp and Dragonite have. So, yeah, they're kind of cool. Not really feeling the pseudo-legend vibe off them. I mean, they're obviously, 3-stage dragon type, small, medium, big, but not really feeling it. Next, we've got the somewhat legendaries of this region, the Tapus. Lele, Coco, Bulu, and Feeny, respectively. They're quite interesting, having unique abilities that create, terrain on the battlefield, like Misty Surge, Grassy Surge, Psychic Surge, and Electric Surge. They are Tapu Koko is Electric type, Tapu Lele is Psychic type, Tapu Bulu is Grass type, and Tapu Fini is Water type. They also have the additional type of Fairy on all of them, which I forgot to mention. So awesome. They are basically legends in this game, but technically they're Tapus, which is a new Pokemon class. Then we have Cosmog, the cute little thing that is somewhere I'm not going to say for anyone who has played the game. Let's just say that this cute little bundle of nebulous clouds, make a connection, is very integral to the point of the story. I'm also going to skate over his evolution, Cosmoem, who is also really cool. I'm not even going to mention the third stage of Cosmoem, because that is insanely integral to the story, so yeah. Next, we've got the true Litbox legends of the game, Solgaleo and Lunala. Solgaleo being in Moon, and Lunala being in Moon. Solgaleo is in Sun. Darn it, oh my god, I am misspeaking so darn much. So, Solgaleo, Sun, Lunala, Moon. Brilliant. Psychic Steel and Psychic Ghost, respectively. Oh, also, by the way, Cosmog's Psychic type. I really love Lunala's design. She looks like a big old moon bat. Like crescent moon and full moon at once. I don't know how to describe it. It's awesome. Giant Cosmos and those big bat wings. It looks awesome. Next, we have the Ultra Beasts, who I'm not going to go into much discussion about, except UBL1, who looks like a splitting image of Lily. I will get back to this later in a further episode with my theory as to why. So, this concludes the Favorites of Sun and Moon part of Segment 1. So, now we go to discussing the Sun and Moon anime. I like it. It's definitely a reboot of the complete series, and nothing else counts as canon anymore at all. It's its own canon now. This doesn't count. It no longer exists. I mean, this counts. Nothing else does. But I personally believe now Ash is around 8 years old, and, he's 8 years old. Also, I personally believe that Mr. Mime is Ash's new stepfather. Talk a pallet down. Hey, his mom is, marrying a Pokemon. Delusional much? Or just weird. Maybe some, weird, Pokemon thing. Yeah, I don't like that's kind of disgusting. I mean, ick. So, anyway, skipping over that, I liked the first 2 episodes that I've seen. I haven't seen much yet. I'll talk about more episodes that I see in further episodes, if they exist. And, let's see, I like the Pokemon School concept. I like how senile Oak's cousin is, just like Oak himself. They were both obviously highly senile old men, though in completely different ways. Let's see, Okay, so, Professor Maple, signing out of this segment for now. I'll see you all later, and hopefully my discussion was relevant and interesting.